Each year there are hundreds of bear encounters in the United States. Hikers, photographers, hunters, everyone gets their fair share of the encounters. In 1992, bow hunter Mark Matheny, now owner and president of UDAP Pepper Spray, learned firsthand the power and speed of our nation's apex predator, the grizzly bear. Mark's harrowing encounter was recreated as a cautionary tale for a national audience on the Versus Network's Dangerous Game program.
Even a brown bear will generally keep his distance from humans. An attack, though, is always possible. It's never certain what triggers one. It may be a sow defending cubs or a boar his kill. Often for the human, it's simply the wrong place at the wrong time, which makes bear repellent a must. For Mark Matheny, the end of a successful bow hunt for mule deer in Montana turned into a horrifying lesson on the value of bear repellent.
We were hunting about 15 miles outside of Yellowstone Park. We had taken a nice 4-point mule deer buck up there during our elk hunt. And we were coming down the trail. Fred was about 20 yards behind me, and come over a little knoll, and I caught movement off my left. Something just kind of flying through the air horizontally. And next thing I know, I see this bear just wolfing coming at me, just thinking this isn't happening, because most of the time you see these bears and they're going the other way, but this thing is just accelerating like instantly, speed, and coming right at me. Well, I looked for a tree to jump up into. It was just thick branches, nothing climbable, and I did what you're never supposed to do from a bear. I turned around and I ran back towards my partner that was coming down the trail, and I said, "At the bear, get your spray." And the problem with that is that just increases that prey chase mode. And it's really tough. You say you shouldn't ever do that, but you just react. You want to get out of this locomotive's way. I threw out my bow in front of me and just yelled at her, "Get out of here!" She whacked that down with one paw, and next thing I know, this bear is on me. And now she's got my head in her mouth, and she's changing my life. And I'm thinking, oh, God, help me. And then I'm hoping Fred will help me out, so I yell, "She's got my head, she's killing me." And that's when she put the power bite on. She hit me very hard then, and put a tooth through my skull, right up above my temple. And I thought my time on earth was finished. This is it, time to meet my Creator. But Fred came out and came yelling at that bear. She released me, and she dove at him and just bulldozed him right down, just flat. And I'm seeing this as I'm crawling away as fast as I can crawl, just thinking, this is bad. She's getting both of us. I mean, I was moving across that ground, which was probably a good thing, because now that I distracted the bear off of Fred, and this bear's going, "Hey, this mouse is getting away," and here she comes again. She pounces on me. I just never forget the weight of that bear. And she grabbed my arm, and she just started shaking, and I thought, this is what it feels like to be tore apart. Fred found his can of pepper spray. It worked, luckily. The next thing I really remember is Fred saying, "Mark, are you okay? The bear's gone." He came over and helped me up. I was having difficult seeing because of the blood running off my head, and this idea came into my head, and I said, "Fred, you should take a picture of me like this so people can see what these bears can do to you." I really believe, because of the hand of God and a friend and pepper spray, I'm still here and able to tell you about this.
An attack like this is enough to change your life, and Mark was no exception. He'd seen the results of what just a small amount of pepper spray could do to stop a bear from finishing the job on him. He quickly realized he could help others by spreading the word.
Well, I'm an outdoorsman, and I enjoy hunting and fishing and camping, and I raised my family that way, and I did not want this attack to create a fear for me not to be able to do that anymore. And so I had to, figure out how I'm going to protect myself and stop that from happening again. So I really looked at, the firearms and pepper spray, and since pepper spray was used during my attack, it was, for law enforcement, but it was still used, and it luckily was enough. I really started doing a lot of research, and I created a bear deterrent pepper spray that was very powerful. From that attack, it helped me to do this, and you can bet I was motivated to put out a high-quality product. people that use firearms, they still are getting bit up. Bears are hard to stop. This works different than a firearm. It doesn't work the same way. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. I got protection. I got this big rifle. Well, it's really a false sense of security. With a big firearm, you're relying upon the power of that firearm. With bear spray, you're relying upon changing their mind by taking away their keen senses. And I can tell you from a bear attack survivor, it's by far your better way to go. Bear sprays have been 95% effective in stopping attacks, where firearms are about 55% effective. I'm going to demonstrate the deployment of bear spray. If you got a bear coming at you 50 feet out, they come so fast. From 50 yards, they can be on you in less than 3 seconds. So you have to be able to carry your bear spray where you can shoot right from the holster. You have no time to pull it. With bear spray, to activate it, you pull that curl safety clip off. You can, as you can see, you can shoot it with one hand, and you push down the tab. And all that atomization that's going out, you want to get your fog out there ahead of time for the bear to run into, because they're coming maybe 30, 35 miles an hour when they want to put down a perceived threat and near that perceived threat. So be careful of your limitations on this. Don't start spraying too soon. If it's windy, you have to wait until the bear's much closer. And that's sometimes can be very scary, but it's a matter of just getting that bear stopped. And still at 8 feet away, hit that bear in the face like that, they turn so fast. These bears have traction, they're down low to the ground, they have a lot of claws, and they only go another foot and they're turning and out of there. They're just looking to get their sense of smell back. Not all bear sprays created the same. Here's a Brand X that's EPA registered, and I'm going to demonstrate that for you so you can see the difference. And this is the UDAP Pepper Power product. We got you covered during the day, you know, when you're up and about on your feet, but how about at night, you know, when you're sleeping? There's been several people killed that night, and that's a scary thing. And normally your imagination creates a much greater fear than reality most of the time, but I don't want to be up all night because I'm scared, because my imagination is creating a much greater fear than reality. So I developed a Bear Shock electric fence. UDAP put this out a few years back. Super lightweight. This product only, with batteries, only weighs 3.7 pounds. It'll do your camp area 30 by 30 feet. It'll run for 5 to 6 weeks continuously. And it's a neat thing. You sleep very, very well. Every little thing helps. Boy, they get shocked by this and they do backflips trying to get out of there. So just wanted to let you know about something that, if you haven't heard about it, it retails for $2.99, and it's a great thing to have. Thank you.
UDAP Bear Shock. UDAP Bear Pepper Spray.